What's up? I just got back from the gym and I'm about to drop the best picks for 308. Starting off with Rebecki versus Orlby. We're about to see the caveman masterclass. The Ice Age, man. Rebecki's not going to win this fight. You know, he doesn't have the power to finish Orlby. He doesn't have the gas take to try to outwork Orlby. Orlby is going to win by either 29-28 decision or 29-27 decision. Might get a 10-8 in there. Rebecki might get the first round on him, but after that, Orlby is just going to put the pressure on him, take him down a bunch, spam those things out there, and he's going to get the win. For the featured prelim, we got Jeff Neal versus RDA. And you know what, bro? I'm feeling the crafty vet RDA. He always gets just that one win that makes us think, RDA, don't retire yet, man. You still got some fight into you. And this is the perfect fight for that. Jeff Neal has, sold against guys like Neil Magny, who was able to out-control him. I think RDA is going to be able to take him down and be able to control him, potentially getting a submission here. The only problem would be if Jeff Neal just lands that big hand on him and just absolutely sleeps RDA out. But I think RDA will just be able to outcraft him for this one to get the decision. But to start off the main card, I'm going with Magomedov to win. This is just the easy fight for him. He's locked into that stage, broken only fight there. He doesn't have the DLC to fight anywhere else in UFC 5. And we're going to see the typical Magomedov performance. He's just going to outstrike him, keep the distance on him, probably get shown that he's not ready with the grappling, even though this guy's a striker. But he's still just going to win by outstriking him, keeping the distance, because that's what Sherman always does. That's the blueprint for all his fights for his whole career, whenever he's fighting somebody who's unranked. So the easy Sherman by decision here. Next, we got Magomed Ankalaev versus Alexander Rakic. This is one of the fights for the hardcores to be like, I don't know, man, Rakic has good leg kicks. He can wrestle. But honestly, Ankalaev is just better than this guy everywhere. He's going to win this fight. It's one to make you think, and then you realize that Ankalaev's just better, dude. Ankalaev's going to win by second round TKO. Rakic is going to have a similar performance to he did against Yuri. Probably land some good leg kicks there. Probably maybe stuff a takedown or two. But eventually, Ankalaev just going to maraud through him. I'm going with Ankalaev for second round TKO. Next, we got Laurent Makabrov versus Dan Ige. And I think this one, people are looking past Dan Ige, man, honestly. Dan Ige, he has really good grappling. He can defend submission attempts from Diego Lopez. Diego Lopez probably hits way harder than Lerone Murphy. Dan Ige already is one of those guys who just doesn't get finished. Lerone Murphy is certainly not finishing him. I think Dan Ige just has the experience as well to eventually be able to overtake him in the second and third round, potentially getting a late TKO, but to be safe, I'm going to go with decision for Dan Ige. Next, we got the co-main event. Robert Whittaker is going to get smashed and destroyed by Khamzat Chimaev, guys. Let's just accept the fact already. He got hit with the head and arm throw by Dricus du Plessis like he was Ollie Holmes, man. Robert Whittaker, he bellies out when he's on the ground too many times. And I think that's going to be the perfect setup for a darts choke by Khamzat Chimaev. When it comes to that whole cardio thing of, but Chimaev, he gassed out against Usman. Usman, first off, he started off by 10-8ing Usman. Nobody just ragdolls Usman on the ground, puts him in body triangles, ground and pounds him, tries a bunch of rear naked chokes on him. Nobody just completely runs through Usman like that. Usman has top 3 takedown defense all the time. He's up there with Aldo and John Jones. The best wrestler he fought was Yoel Romero. Yoel Romero doesn't even wrestle in the UFC. Khamzat Chimaev by submission, second round. Even if it does get to those championship rounds, I think Khamzat will be able to not get chinned because he's better than Ikram Aliskerov. But overall, I think he's just going to get the sub in those early rounds against Robert Whittaker. Now for Ilia Topuria versus Max Holloway. This fight I went back and forth on a lot. I can't even lie. But overall, I got to pick my boy Max Holloway. You might be thinking, you're biased. Yes. But yeah, the really squared up, hunched over stance of Ilia Topuria. I think the back kicks for Holloway are there. The knees are there. The elbows from the breakoffs, the clinch. If it was a pure boxing match, he is a better boxer than Holloway. I don't see either of these guys getting knocked out because Topuria can't really do that good peekaboo style, moving in and out, not getting hit. I don't think anything really big is going to land on him. And I don't think Holloway's going to get knocked out because he smashed Holloway. The Hawaiian chin will never get cracked. I hope that doesn't age well. I can't live in a world where it does. But overall, those are my picks. Max Holloway is going to beat Topuria. Khamzat Chimaev is going to maraud through Robert Whittaker. Topuria, the little Spanish fool of a thing.